Hello everyone. So we just talked about making different kinds of weavings, and now we're going to make our loom. Remember, our loom is the background for our weaving. So everyone's going to get a piece of black paper. You will also get a pencil, and you're going to be using a pair of scissors to cut your loom. The first thing I want you to do is go ahead and write your name at the top of the paper and your class code. So there's my name. You will be able to see your pencil on the black paper. Once we write our name, we are going to make our paper tall like a building, not long this way, but tall like a building. And we're going to fold it in half. When we fold a piece of paper in half, you take your paper, you line up your corners, like you see here. Each corner is to the edge. Once I line up my corners, I'm going to take my finger and pinch in the middle and then drag my finger to each side. Drag my finger to this side, holding my paper. Drag my finger to the other side. Now my paper is folded in half, kind of like a book. I want you to keep the fold of your paper on the bottom and the open part at the top. The first thing we're going to do after we fold our paper is we're going to make one more fold, but we're going to make it just the top part up top. So I'm going to take just the top part of my paper and I am going to fold down the top just about 1 inch, just about the top of your finger, kind of so you can see your name if you wrote your name on the back of your paper. So now it looks like an envelope. So you have folded your paper in half and you have folded just the top part down on the top. So now our paper has 2 folds, one at the top, one at the bottom. If you see at the top of your paper, there is a fold here. This is a very important fold because this is the stop line. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing some lines from the fold on the bottom to this line up here, and with our scissors we will cut those lines, but once you get to this line up here, your scissors are going to stop. So we call this the stop line. You can run your finger along the stop line so you know where to stop your scissors. So now that we folded our paper in half, we've made our stop line, we're ready to draw the lines to create our loom for our weaving. With your pencil, you're going to draw 4 different lines. Your lines might be curvy like a wave. Maybe they'll be zigzags. Maybe you want to make straight vertical lines up and down, tall like a pencil. Maybe you want to make diagonal lines. But to make sure your lines are safe and in the right place, none of your lines should be touching. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw 4 different lines. I'm going to draw a wavy line from the fold on the bottom. When my pencil reaches the stop line, I'm going to stop. I'm going to draw a diagonal line from the bottom fold to my stop line, and I stop. I'm going to draw a straight line from the bottom fold to my stop line, and I stop. And then I'm going to draw a zigzag. And as you see, none of my lines are touching, and I get to my stop line, so I stop. None of my lines are touching. They all have their own little space to dance. You are going to pick what 4 lines you want to draw, and then you are going to take your scissors and cut out the lines. So I'm going to take my scissors from the fold on the bottom, nice and slow, and cut out my lines. I will do this nice and slow. You will also be able to cut out your lines. But once I get to my stop line, what am I going to do? Stop. Go to my next one. And there we go. So I have cut all my lines. Every time I got to my stop line, I stopped with my scissors. Now, on my weaving, if I open it up, you can see I have all these crazy lines that go across my loom. Since we're done cutting our loom, now we are ready to start our weaving.